Nostalgia is a wild-ass thing. Here, watch this.
Coming soon to own on video and
Disney DVD is enhanced with Disney's Fast Play.
Kids can actually lose 2.5 months worth.
Did I just tickle your brain wrinkles? Do you want me to do it again? It's this feeling we had from when we were little kids and had zero responsibilities and could just shit our pants sipping Go-Gurt and juice. It's this warm blanket that wraps itself around you and kisses you on the head before sending you kicking and screaming back into the world of nightmare and rent that you live in, you fool. That's right, go to the grocery store and shop. That nostalgic feeling that's so powerful that entire franchises are built on the sole idea that you'll look at something and go, oh hey, I remember that thing. Anyways, here's some money. Now I must confess, I too fall victim to nostalgia bait. Yes, despite me being the pinnacle of testosterone and manliness, I too fondly remember my days of booger picking and sippy cupping. In fact, that's what we're here doing today. This is when... Oh, I gotta get the game. Hang on. I gotta get the game. Fuck. So, while I had the game, like, 2 days ago when I was writing the script, for some reason it's just kind of vanished. I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you. This is Disney's Winnie the Pooh's Rumbly Tumbly adventure for the gamer rectangle. And good gravy. Is that nostalgia-y good? I'm immensely nostalgic for this game. Playing it is one of the earliest memories I have, and that memory is kind of like a blurry, leaked 2004 JPEG in my mind. It's just kind of like foggy in there. I don't know exactly what made this game crawl from the dusty caverns of my mind, but it probably looked something like this. Wait a minute. Winnie the Pooh's Rumbly Tumbly Adventure was a game made in 2005 for the GameCube, PlayStation 2, and Game Boy Advanced. It was made by... fucking Ubisoft? Like... Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, Just Dance 3 Ubisoft. Oh man. Oh my god. So this means my first Ubisoft game was Winnie the Pooh. And not... Funky Bomb. Wikipedia describes WPTRTA as a... Did I say that right? Wikipedia describes WTPRTA as an action-adventure, and I just don't know if I have the heart in me to call a Winnie the Pooh game that, but what do I know, man? Here's Biscotti. Do you like that? So while I did purchase the game and had an actual copy at one time and lacked the evidence to support that claim, I decided to download it on my PC to make it a little easier to record anyways. Don't ask. The only other vague memory I have of this game was talking about it with a friend in like 2nd grade, and I believe that conversation went something like this. Hey man, have you played Winnie the Pooh on GameCube? Yeah man, it was hard as fuck. Yeah, for real, I couldn't get past the first level. Same man, you wanna go do monkey bars? Fuck yeah, man. That's how we talk to 2nd graders, right? Anyways, after remapping all the buttons about 4 or 5 times, we're on our way. I didn't edit this. There just isn't any title screen music.
Winnie the Pooh was going for a quiet walk with his good friend Christopher Robin.
Oh, Chris, why do you look lobotomized, dude? Fuck. So the plot of the game is that Pooh is hungry, and to fix that, he decides to... remember past birthday parties?
Oh, bother. There's a rumbly in my tumbly.
I know. Why don't you try thinking of something besides your tummy?
And so, to forget his hunger, Winnie the Pooh decided to remember a few birthday parties by looking at his friends' birthday scrapbooks.
Holy shit. This is it. This is that blurry 2004 JPEG I was telling you guys about. That's some sweet-ass dopamine. Some of the main mechanics of the game are talking to characters and using the items they give you while finding various honeypots along the way. Which, like, if you're remembering all this to forget you're hungry, wouldn't remembering the honeypots defeat the purpose? I feel like I'm reading into this too much. Whatever. So we're on our way to Piglet's birthday party, and here's Kanga, who tells us that the bridge to Piglet's house is out, and we need this board over here in order to cross it. But the problem is that this board over here is in reality more like that board over there. in that it's far away. And here's where my goofy goober 4-year-old brain got stuck, because I could not for the life of me figure out how to get this board. Because in order to proceed, you need to solve this masterpiece of all puzzles and proceed to the next area, where you get Resident Evil style survival horror chased by heffalumps until you banish them to the Shadow Realm with this balloon. The first time I played this part, it made my butthole pucker. So after paying off this mafia of wasps and disposing of my wife's boyfriend's corpse, I did kinda get stuck for a little here. I just kinda wandered around aimlessly until I realized that that box that I littered with actually makes a bridge so that you can get the plank to repair the other bridge. There was no way 5-year-old me was gonna figure this out. 21-year-old me barely did, and it took a goat sacrifice to Demon King Korvath. Anyways, after crossing this totally safe and OSHA certified bridge repair, we were on our way to Piglet's party. Piglet's being harassed by that mafia, so we pay them off one more time, and it's finally
I lost my broom, and now I can't sweep up for my birthday party.
He wants a broom. You might be sensing a pattern here. So we go talk to Kanga, who we know has a broom, and she tells us she'll give it to us if we find Rue for her. So we go and we find Rue and Eeyore, which for the life of me I could not spell, and Rue wants us to catch some butterflies for him. Now, admittedly this part was pretty damn fun. You get to ride Eeyore, which come on. Don't we all? So we give Rue the butterflies, Rue goes back to Kanga, and then we go back to Kanga. Kanga gives us the broom, we go back to Piglet. Piglet's being harassed by the mafia of wasps again. We pay off the mafia for a third time, and then we give
Here
Piglet
you are,
his broom.
Piglet.
Oh, a broom. How wonderful. And now I can sweep my house from top to bottom.
And I shall help you, Piglet.
And indeed, Pooh Bear remembered that Piglet's birthday party was one of the most perfect ever.
What do you mean I don't even get to attend the party? That whole thing was just chores beforehand? I don't even get to go to Piglet's party? So that's essentially how each level works in the game. You go around and talk to various characters, they tell you what to do and give you various items, and you do things with them. The goal of each mission is to help set up for a birthday party, but at the end of the mission you never actually get to attend them. There's no cutscene showing the party or no party minigame or anything like that. It's just doing the chores before the birthday party. There are a total of 5 levels, each of which follow that same pattern. The levels have you running around these smaller areas, which all link up in this larger apartment complex type area. It's pretty cool to be running around the 100-acre woods. You have got to listen to what the characters are saying, because otherwise you'll have no idea what to do, where to go, or why you just picked up styrofoam and gasoline. You do what the characters say for about 20-30 minutes, the devs sprinkle some heffalumps and woozles in there once in a while, and we call it a day. It gets pretty repetitive, but to be honest, I kinda like it. You get to play as Tigger sometimes, who gets this annoying-ass stealth minigame and who can't kill the heffalumps, and other times you get to play as Piglet, who gets this weird quick-time event minigame and who can kill the heffalumps. I don't know what the game is trying to imply by saying that Piglet and Pooh can kill heffalumps, but Tigger can't, but there's definitely some kind of Dragon Ball power scaling here going on that I want to get to the bottom of. The characters all sound really good too. They sound just like they're supposed to, and I didn't really notice any parts that sounded off or anything like that. The 3D models are also all really good, except for Chris. He looks awful. Redo it. They all kind of have those early 2000s GameCube graphics, which simultaneously look terrible, but also exactly what Tigger would look like if he was on GameCube. Each level has a certain amount of hidden collectible honeypots that you can get, which aren't necessary, but there is a small number that you have to get in order to pay the Wasp Mafia. I decided because it's a kid's game and I'm an adult, I didn't really want to waste my time in going around and collecting all the honeypots. I did it. I collected all the honeypots. Aside from the campaign, there's a junior multiplayer mode. Multiplayer mode contains a bunch of vaguely Mario Party-esque minigames that you and your friends can play, or if you're like me and lack them, a computer. They're okay. I didn't spend too long here, all the games are fun, but they're pretty basic, and playing them reminded me of the fragility of life. Now, I strongly remember the junior mode. I didn't remember it before I played this, but once I hopped in there, I was bombarded with memories of just sitting in front of the couch with poop in my pants, enjoying Winnie the Pooh. Junior mode is kind of like Mom said my little brother had to play, so I gave him an unplugged controller kind of vibes. It's this little area where you can run around and interact with various things, and it plays a short clip of Pooh interacting with that thing, but you never actually do or accomplish anything. Like, you just kind of go up to this stack of honey pots and press A on it, and Pooh eats the honey, and that's kind of it. It's basically just an area where a 3-year-old can run around and partake in neuron activation. But hey, you can play as Pooh, Piglet, Tigger, and Eeyore, which I think is pretty cool. There's also this soundtrack mode where you can listen to various tracks from the game, and this options menu that's way cooler than it has any business being. At the end of the game, Pooh confesses to Chris that remembering these parties has helped him with his hunger and that he's not really hungry anymore.
Now, how is that rumbly tumbly of yours?
You see, by remembering all the birthdays we celebrated, I forgot to be hungry.
Oh, that's too bad, for you see, I've bought you some honey.
What the fuck? So there was no point in me doing any of that? Chris just had honey in his pocket? Where the fuck was that when Pooh was hungry earlier? Making him have a goddamn brain blast to avoid starvation. At least he's keeping with the anthropomorphic theme and being a fucking snake. Overall, as a nostalgic 21-year-old, it's pretty good. I enjoyed it thoroughly at times, but I also wanted to bash my head against a wall and do literally anything else other than play it at times. The Heffalumps and Woozles parts get really annoying and show up every 20 seconds towards the end of the game, and that's really the only combat there is to it. Aside from that, it's just running around, talking to characters, and doing what they say. As a kid though, this shit is great. It has all the characters, you can talk to them, visit their houses, explore the 100-acre woods, solve little puzzles, all while the whole game looks and sounds pretty damn great too. For adults, maybe give it a shot if you have a chance, but a YouTube Let's Play would probably suffice in giving you the full experience. If you're a kid though, I don't know why you'd be a kid and watching this. I told you not to at the beginning. That's on you, that's not on me. Go pick this bad boy up. And a GameCube. If you can afford them, they're a little pricey.